What is up, my friends? You are very welcome back to our player ratings video here on Anfield Agenda. After Liverpool have been beaten at the death by 4-3, Manchester United book their place in the semi-final of the FA Cup, where they'll take on Coventry. The other semi-final seen Manchester City get drawn against Chelsea. So what I'm going to do over the next few minutes is go through the players, the subs and the manager, giving them a score out of 10, asking you guys as always to let us know your thoughts. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it, although let's be honest, there's not much to enjoy from a Liverpool perspective. And if you're one of the people that helped us get to 250,000 subscribers, thank you guys so much for your help. I wish we did it in better circumstances, but it's a huge milestone for the channel and we greatly appreciate it. We wouldn't be here today without the amazing support of our sponsors, Manscaped. Why not join myself and 10 million other men worldwide who choose Manscaped as our male grooming partners? You can get yourself 20% off and free shipping. That's 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com by using the QR code on the screen or the link in the description. Put the code Anfield20, all one word in, to get yourself that discount. The fantastic Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra, part of the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, is an electric trimmer that features skin-safe technology, guarding your family jewels against any grooming mishaps. It also features Manscaped's brightest ever LED, making sure that you make no grooming mistakes, even in the darkest of environments. The Performance Package 5.0 Ultra also includes the Weed Whacker, the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. It includes their 2 formulations and also 2 free gifts. Boxer briefs and the shed travel bag, all included. And for you bearded kings out there, we haven't forgotten about you either. Manscaped brings you the Beard Hedger Pro Kit, used to design and effortlessly shape and sculpt your beard to your desired length. Don't forget, it is 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with our code Anfield20. Scan the QR code or use the link in the description. So look, let's get into it. Caoimhín Kelleher. I mean, I feel like he could have done a bit better with a couple of them today, especially the late goal that we conceded. Not his fault, we conceded it. But I do feel like the first goal, it ricocheted up off him and McTominay followed it in. The other one, the angles maybe could have got a little bit better. But look, he was just part of a team today that underperformed. And he did make some big saves in the first half to keep us in it. So look, not looking to point any blame at Caoimhín Kelleher today, but going to give him a score of 6 out of 10. Next up, Joe Gomez. And look, he's had a great season. And we've praised Joe many times for great work. Today wasn't one of those days. He wasn't alone, but it was a really under par performance from Joe. Didn't look comfortable at right back, and then at left back, didn't go much better when he was moved across there. So today for Joe, being honest and looking at it today in its own light, going to give him a score of 5 out of 10. I'm sure he will have better days ahead, and he's been a lifesaver for us this season. But today, like many other players out there, he simply wasn't at it. Next up, Jarell Quansah. Not going to go harsh on the young man. He's still in a learning season, and he would have looked to his centre-back partner alongside him as captain to help get us through that. And we failed in that regard. We failed miserably, but I'll move on to Virg in a moment. I thought Quansah did well, in part. Obviously, we did concede 4 goals. That has to come into consideration here as well. So on Jarell Quansah's performance, I'm going to give him a score of 6. Next up, though, Virg, the captain. And I don't mind hearing about his blossoming friendship with LeBron James and how he's learning a lot, but he needs to learn how to stop conceding. Because to concede 4 goals again in a game is just not good enough. And to concede the way we do so cheaply is not good enough. And I don't know why we're sending so many people forward late in the game when we're counter-attacked and concede a winner, but that's not on Virg, that's on the team in general and on the managers. But look, I want better from Virg. I want better from my leader. I want better from our senior pro at the back. And today, well, Virg needs to take his share of the responsibility. So I'm going to give Virg a score of 5 out of 10. Robbo, not back yet. Not the worst out there today by any stretch of the imagination, but we're not seeing the Andy Robertson that we're used to yet. And how long that takes to get him back to full fitness, I don't know. But today, I've no qualms about him being substituted. I just have this thing about him that annoys me. The amount of checking inside that we do just winds me up because it's turning straight into a more compacted area of the pitch. But today, Andy Robertson, I'm going to give him a score of 6 out of 10. Thought he was decent first half, but just not up to the levels we need. Next up, Wataru Endo, another player who's got loads of praise this season, and rightly so. But today, second balls, we were losing way too many in the middle of the park. Kobe mainly looked a level above for United, and McAllister and Endo, mainly Endo, didn't get the grips with that battle today. And I've got to say, this was one of the poorer performances from him. But again, it is a good season overall for Wataru Endo. But today, I'm going to give him a score of 5 out of 10. Next up, Alexis McAllister got himself a goal today, and we probably should have seen the game out when we were 2-1 up as well to go on and win it, and then we should have seen it out when we were 3-2 up. I thought McAllister looked exhausted at some times, but I don't think he was too bad. Yes, we gave away possession a little bit too much, and yes, sometimes our passes were a little bit slack, but I thought he was okay today, Alexis McAllister, so I'm going to give him a score of 6. Next up, Dominik Szoboszlai. Lots of people inquiring about his substitution. I can only assume it's because of the amount of minutes that he's played. And look, I'm being honest, I had no problems with the substitution the Klopp made there. Him for Elliott, it's probably what I would have done myself. I thought he was having a decent enough game, Szoboszlai, but again, we need to work on our retention and not giving the ball away when we're in transition, because it bit us on the backside again today, and it's happened so many times. I'll get to Darwin in a minute because, oh God, I have a lot to say there. But for Mr. Dominik Szoboszlai today, a score of 6. Mohamed Salah, and for everyone asking why he was brought off, it's because Jurgen Klopp stupidly played him for the entire game on Thursday. I said it then and I'll say it again. There was no need to go as strong as we did. Yes, Mo needed minutes, but 60 would have been more than enough. He looked exhausted towards the end there today. And he's got, I think 34 goals and assists combined this season, and he's having a decent season. No issues there. But we could have done with him being on the pitch till the end of that game. We could have done with another senior pro out there. And I'm going to say it again. Jurgen Klopp needs to understand what dead rubbers actually mean, because that game on Thursday was done. We didn't need to play as many people as long as we did, and we didn't need to go as strong as we did. And I can't help but feel that today that came back to bite us in the backside, namely because we had to take Mo off. So not Mo's fault, but for him, I'm going to give him a score of 6. I wish he could have been able to stay on. Diaz, there's so much to like about him. Spirit, fight, effort, but there's so much to be annoyed about. The amount of time he dwells on the ball, the amount of times he leans back when he shoots, the amount of times he takes an extra touch and gets blocked. There's a lot that needs to be sorted out, and giving away possession when we're on the attack and turning it over and putting us on the back foot, it needs to stop. Lucho was industrious today, but very, very, very annoying at times. Just not good enough today. He gets a score of 5 out of 10, and I think I've been quite generous at that. Darwin. So there are going to be moments during Darwin Núñez's Liverpool career where we all want to punch a hole in the wall, whether it's the petulant red card or some misses. But today he made a mistake I would be annoyed at an 8-year-old making. One of the first things you learn playing football is do not pass the ball back across the front of your own goal. Do not pass the ball across. And what did he do? In the left channel, inside our own half, instead of playing it forward into the channel and giving chase, or at least giving us territory, no, he turns inside and tries a square pass which gets blocked. United then go, and I think it's Rashford scores. That's on Darwin. Nobody else, him. People said he looked dejected at the end of the game. He should have, because that was stupidity on another level. Look, he's a great player. I love him. But I have to call the stuff out when it happens. And that was awful. Awful. I don't know who on earth would do that. Who thinks it's a good idea to play a square ball across the front of your own goal in your own half? Not good enough. 4. And again, probably a generous 4, because he ghosted through a lot of that game. Harvey Elliott. I wanted him to come off the bench, and he did. And he did make a difference. And it was his shot that was ricocheted in for the goal. But edge of the box, closed down, counter-attacked, didn't foul the man and bring him down, allowed the counter-attack to develop. 5-on-2, misplaced pass, wrong decisions. Just a lot of silly, annoying things today that those players need to learn from, and Elliott's no different. So as much as I love him today when he came on, I didn't get the impact I was hoping for him. So today he gets a score of 5 out of 10. Next up, Cody GAKPO. I don't need to really add anything to this. You've all had your say in the comment section, on social media, and everybody knows that Cody Gakpo is going through a difficult moment at the club. I don't want to stick the boot into him, but I also have to address what happened today. And he was a liability on the pitch out there. Didn't do anything in a positive aspect. Looked devoid of confidence, dwelling on the ball, having his pocket pinched, wrong decisions when we had overloads. You know it. I don't need to say it. I don't need to go in anymore. He was god awful. And today he gets a score of 4 out of 10. Connor Bradley. A lot of people wondering why he didn't start, and again I will point to the fact that we played an unnecessarily strong team against Sparta Prague in the week, and that formed today's team selection. I would have liked Bradley from the start. United looked like they were targeting us down our right hand side. Rashford was having a field day over there with Joe Gomez, and with Garnacho supporting him as well at times. We just weren't able to cope, and they kept getting joy down that side. I think Jurgen Klopp took too long to address it, and then we did. Again, Bradley's a youngster coming in to try to sort the situation out where a senior pro should have been taking a leadership position. Look, not going to go in on Bradley either. Came into a difficult game and probably should have started it because we shouldn't have gone as strong against Sparta. So today I'm giving him a score of 5. Kostas Tsimikas. Look, I'm going to say this because I don't just feel this about today. Sell him. Please sell him. I don't get it anymore. What is the point of him? Like, he comes on if we need something deep in the game to attack down the left. That's it. Can't defend really. Is never going to take over from Andy Robertson, and is never going to be our starting choice left back. This is the summer where we should make that difficult decision and sell Kostas Tsimikas. Not basing that off today's performance. It's just off everything. I've never really been sold on him. He's had moments. He seems like a likeable guy. But again, just not good enough from him. So he gets a score of 5. Bobby Clark, look, had a great season so far. Was epic again the other night. Came into the game at a difficult point today as well. And it shouldn't be on him to try and sort these things out. So I'm not going to go in on Bobby Clark, especially when he only played a very small amount of minutes. Give him a score of 6. And we finish up with the gaffer, who quite simply should know better. He needs to understand what a dead rubber is. He played Diogo Jota away at Midtjylland and we picked up an unnecessary injury. And again, now we've had our FA Cup derailed because we went stupidly strong against Sparta Prague when the tie was already done and dusted. And yes, we won it 11-2 and that's marvellous. But ultimately, we had exhausted players today and Klopp needs to face up to that. So we go into the international break now and we need to come back firing. 2 competitions left to try and win, and we need to go deep, and we need to do it on both of them. So Jurgen needs to learn. We all need to learn. Today sucks. Today's tough. Take it on the chin, congratulate our opponents, and move on. So Jurgen gets a score of 5, and that's because I love him. It probably should be a lot lower than that. So I've had my say, my friends. Now it's over to you guys. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. I'll catch up with you soon. We will be back live at 8:30 tonight if you're going to join us for that one. And today was United's day. Wasn't to be ours. It's things. I'm not going to try and dress it up. We'll talk to you soon. Looking forward to your comments. Thank you. Bye-bye.